Morning everyone, hope you're well. It'll be a great time to do a market update, and first of all, apologies, I've got a cold. It's so cold here in Tasmania. It's about minus 6 degrees here this morning. There's literally frost on the ground. But obviously the markets are pretty wild, right? And we said this a little while ago on our Discord town live haul that, you know, it did feel like the $9,000 level back in 2018. Where Bitcoin was sitting at $9,000 for a long time, everyone giving in, everyone thought it was the bottom, and then we had a flash crash down to 3,500, and that was a real knife in the wound type stuff. And for a Bitcoin bottom, crypto market bottom, usually to really hit the bottom, and usually it's not a V-shape bottom, it's a U-shaped bottom, scrapes along the bottom for a little while. It is and feels like a knife into your stomach, twisting around, you're on the ground, and then one last kick in the face. And I didn't think we'd probably hit that level just yet. And right now we're probably going through that. May not have seen all the pain just yet, but we're certainly close. We're seeing the black swan events with Celsius basically halting withdrawals. This sort of activity is the stuff that really is shapes bottoms, right? When you've got these black swan events of what looks to be quite an unsustainable business models like Celsius even going down, holding withdrawals, and there's literally nothing you can do. First of all, I feel so sorry for anyone that's got money on there. We were even looking at just putting some of the collective shift balance sheet into Celsius and decided not to for a few different reasons. But I look like we were considering it as well. So I feel really sorry. There's literally nothing you can do right now if you've got money on Celsius apart from just like hold and wait it out, and hopefully you can get your money out soon. If you have money on like centralized exchanges, I would seriously, look at that. I would seriously be considering moving it to cold storage. We've always been a big component of putting your money on cold storage. I've got all of my crypto on cold storage. Don't own any of my crypto elsewhere, a little bit on MetaMask, but I would be, even if you got on Coinbase, Binance, whatever, it's always so important, in my opinion, to put it on cold storage because no one can touch it then. Like, it's safe. No one can steal it. A cold storage isn't a centralized exchange. It's not going under. You have very little variable risk, apart from someone stealing your seed phrase, right? So I would be moving everything off to a cold storage, and I'd just be taking a deep breath, not panicking. This stuff happens all the time in crypto. I'm hearing a lot of people selling their crypto, newbies, and trying to find bottoms. It's so difficult to find these bottoms, right, guys? It's like, we say it time and time again. It is never a gentleman's entry in crypto. It's never an easy time to buy. It's never an easy time to sell. But if you balance your purchases and balances your sells on the top and bottoms, right now I'm balancing my buys. I'm going right, and we're going to start to be buying back into the long-term growth portfolio very shortly over probably a period of weeks. We're not going to go right today's the bottom because it's not how it works. It's too difficult. But we can average our buys over a very long period of time, let's say 8 to 16 weeks, and we can start to really accumulate on this U-shaped bottom. Usually you don't get the V-shape. Usually it's the U-shape where everyone gives in. You have these black swan events where exchanges go down, withdrawals are halted. They're mass selling Bitcoin right now to try and keep up the amount of withdrawals. Like, it's putting a lot of downward pressures on crypto. We could see, Nathan called the other day, we could see 3-digit ETH, right? So let's not panic. Let's not get scared. Let's see this as opportunity, because this is really where the wealth is made. We've seen it time and time again. If you've got cash on the sidelines, you're winning because you can dollar cost average and start to pick up these bottoms. Now, don't rush into it either is the other thing. Be patient. These things don't just happen overnight. As I said, it's a U-shaped recovery that usually tends to happen. We were sitting at the $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 levels in 2018 for a long time. So don't panic. Don't rush into putting all your capital in at once. Really take a step back. Look at the markets. Don't try and catch a falling knife. Stay up to date with what we're posting, but just breathe. That's why I've come down to Tassie for a few days. I'm off to New York. This is time to build, whether it be businesses, your portfolio, your personal strategies, investing strategies. This is an accumulation phase. This is not an exciting time, but it's also a time where you can really start to build the bottom of the market and build that portfolio. So altcoins have been absolutely annihilated. One that hasn't, interestingly enough, is Maple. I saw yesterday it was still at $20, but a lot of other alts have been smashed, right? So I'd be picking your bets. I think this is the trend of the next 3 to 5 years, is not to have a huge altcoin bag. It's going to be Bitcoin and ETH at the top, and it's going to be a select 2 or 3 or 4 altcoins that you're really bullish on. But yeah, I'm personally not lining up on any of my altcoins. I'm continuing to dollar cost average into Bitcoin and ETH, following those two, because who knows? Just because an altcoin's down 90% doesn't mean it can't go down another 90%. And with these market conditions, interest rates hit another all-time high, 40-year high, it doesn't seem to be getting better in the short term. So yeah, get back to building, get back to learning, keep consuming our content, do some courses, read our content, go through the resources, really start to learn, right? And become a more sophisticated investor. This is a great time to buy, right? Because in 3, 4, 5 years time, you're going to be looking back and you've taken advantage of $26,000 Bitcoin, $1,500, sub $1,500 ETH. This is exciting times if you've got cash on the sidelines. So stay patient, stay calm, stop looking at your portfolio, stop refreshing, stop feeling shit about yourself. I've not looked at my portfolio in 6 months. Just don't look at it. Doesn't matter. Put it on the cold storage, put it away, put it in the locker, and come back in a few years' time. Have a great rest of your week. I'm going to head back inside because it's so cold, and we continue building. See you guys.